Let's shine by seeing the best in all of us and by looking out for each other. Let's stay healthy. Let's shine together.
Hi, I'm Sherry Harlan, program host for Let's Talk Together. And today we are discussing Parkinson's disease and rock steady boxing. And our first guest is Miss Rosie Smith, and she's one of our original Parkinson, actually our Fight Club, Rock Steady Boxing participants. So welcome, Rosie.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Yes, I'm originally from New England. We moved back here in 1997. And at that time, my husband and I had bought a home. And then I was diagnosed in, the year that Rock Steady program had started. My doctor had recommended I go to a meeting and see how I liked it. Mm-hmm. So I got to be in the first class. I think we had a total of 22 people at that time. And it's been a very good experience for me because my husband had passed away in 2006. So it was another family that I had. And we supported each other. And so I really enjoy going, and Matt calls me the welcome wagon lady of Rock Steady, because I go over and welcome them and talk with them. And some of them are a little frightened, of what's going to happen. And when I tell them I've been doing this for 11 years in August, they go, wow, everybody said I was going to die. I said, no. You're not going to die. I said, you're going to work hard. I'm not. So it's been a very joyful time for me.
So when you said, you were in the first group, so you've been participating 11 years.
Yes, I have.
Tell us some highlights of those 11 years.
Oh, it was fun getting to learn each other. And they would say, you're not from around here. But the experiences were wonderful. We had different staff at that time. We have wonderful staff now too. And they were very progressive. They tried to do different things such as not just the bags. And we don't fight each other. And
that's good to know.
Yeah. And ladies are welcome. The first time around, I had told Jenny was the lead.
That's okay.
Okay, and they said that he said, do the best you can, and we say try to do 10, and you can only do 2. They really accommodate your limit.
So it's on the individual.
Individual, yes. Especially when you first start, because I could not do a whole lot. Other than doing walking every other day, I was not very athletic. So I was only able to do 2 sit-to stands when we started. Now I can do 10.
Wow. So how have you found the Rock Steady Boxing to help you manage the disease?
I think it's important because you have to use those muscles. If you don't use your muscles, you'll lose. And so they told us at the beginning, you need to move, even if it's just to walk back and forth from the kitchen when you're home, but you don't sit in a chair, you know. And so it's good. They keep motivating you, you know. They have such unique workouts for us. They have a theme, and it's really good for, you know, variety.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's helped you. So, you know that. Can you tell a difference if you don't attend a class or you have been without going?
Yes, I was in the hospital 4.5 weeks during the pandemic, and when I finally got out of the hospital, it took me another 6 weeks to be able to take care of myself at home. So the best thing for me was to get back into my routine.
Yeah.
And I very rarely miss. It's only for doctor's appointment or if I'm sick. And I tell people that when they start, I said, you need to come every day, and they will help you increase your strength. And they always say, well, how long have you been doing it? And I tell them it's going to be 11 years in August. And they're all very surprised. I said, it's hard work, you know, but you have a family here. You know, we will all support you, and it's a good program. I have a niece-in-law, a great niece in Georgia, and her father-in-law had just been diagnosed, and she said, Aunt Rosanna, what is that boxing thing that you do? And I told her, and he's in a program in Georgia now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so
So you're an interstate messenger.
I am interstate. Yeah, that's what my niece said too. She said, "Gee, you're going to be international next." But it's a good program. The staff, I can't say enough about them. Matt and the other trainers.
And it sounds like that you become a family, not just with the staff, but the other participants.
Oh, we do. We celebrate, you know, during the holidays or someone's birthday. I brought in cookies when it was my birthday, and they said, well, we're supposed to give you cookies. And I said, well, I didn't know if you knew. And I said, being a preschool teacher for so long, I'm used to bringing the treats. So we do. We've had a long run, and we've lost a few members, but not for lack of trying, you know. But we had a pretty good record as far as participation, and we look out for each other. Like you say, if someone's gone more than a day, one of us will ask Matt, well, have you heard from someone? So to make sure they're checked up on, because not everyone has someone that lives with them.
Right. Well, it sounds like I actually had a chance to visit the Rock Steady Boxing before I met you. And it was quite interesting just to see how the setup is.
Yes.
Because it's a non-traditional. You hear boxing and you just think of singing boxers on TV.
Yes.
And it's a little different.
It is.
But I enjoyed watching how everyone looked out for each other and wanted to lend a hand.
Yep, we're good buddies and family. And that's a really strong part of Rock Steady too. You need that support and comradeship, you know. And so if we know someone's having a bad day, you know, we'll go over. I usually go over and I'll make them laugh. And if they've been sick or they've had a family emergency, and so they know that when they come to that area, it's a safe area.
Yes, right.
Not just for physical safety, but for emotional safety too.
And they also I know Matt has like helpers and different people to assist throughout while you're there.
We've had a couple of, Nathan is one of the helpers that came in for a few days a week, and he's a nice young man. And we have another man that came one day by, I didn't catch his name, but it's a great it's a great program. I can't say enough about it.
Oh, great. We have, the other thing is, and you said that you were out during the pandemic, and I know with a chronic disease that a lot of people just lost contact with others during the pandemic. But you said you were in the hospital.
Yeah, so I was in the hospital 4.5 weeks, and I had great breathing, but the problem was I was having seizures, 4 and 5 a day, and I was in a coma. And so when I finally got well, which was around the 4th week, the end of the 4th week, I don't remember, but they transferred me to a nursing home. Mm-hmm. And my son at that time couldn't come in. But it was like when I came back, everybody was so happy to see me, and it was nice to be home because I had some PT when I was in the nursing home, but not like I would have had if I had gone to boxing. I missed my family.
I was going to say, you probably miss the camaraderie that you developed, and Matt.
In that, yeah, I really do. We are a very close-knit group, and there's only a few of us left from the initial, because they had gone to different sites, mm-hmm. and we don't want them to leave. But it's a good program. Everybody who has Parkinson's should check into it. At least come have Matt do an assessment or one of the other trainers. And so I hope this will help publicize it more.
Oh, definitely. Well, Rosie, we want to thank you for joining us today.
Well,
Let's Talk Together.
Well,
it was a delight to always see you.
Well, it's very nice of you to invite me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's shine by seeing the best in all of us and by looking out for everyone's well-being. Let's shine by staying true to ourselves while surging toward the future. Let's shine with the best care possible and by treating you here, right in your hometown. Let's look out for each other. Let's stay healthy. Let's shine together.
And welcome back to Let's Talk Together. And our next guest is Matt Wright, and he is with our medical fitness team, also known as Mr. Rocksteady Boxing. So, welcome, Matt.
Thank you very much for having me.
Can you tell us how you came to Reid and what you've been doing?
Absolutely. So I started at Reid 9 years ago as an athletic trainer. Graduated from Wilmington College in Ohio. Athletic training position opened here for Hagerstown High School, one of the local schools we cover. Accepted that, but it came with a caveat that you had to work with our Rocksteady Boxing program. Like the best of us, I was like, yeah, I know about boxing. I can do that. Joined on and fell in love with the program, and have been doing it ever since. Rocksteady is an amazing program, and that's what keeps me here today.
Great. I will interrupt because I would be neglectful if I didn't say how great you look.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Could you share a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, been in a weight loss journey since doing this. Honestly, inspired a lot by my boxers. They're working very hard to fight a disease, and I had let myself go, weight-wise. And so it's been just over a year, and I've lost 111 pounds. Working, watching what I'm eating, but also making the boxers work out hard and chasing them around the gym. So, I got to stay young,
So who knew Rosie was going to motivate you?
Absolutely.
Then, what are some of the programs that Medical Fitness offers?
Yeah, so Medical Fitness, as known now as Reid Fitness, we do have our Rock Steady Boxing program, and then we have an offshoot of that for those that just want to have a boxing-inspired workout, and that's called HIIT boxing. High intensity interval training, kind of play on words, hitting, boxing. And then we have our fall prevention program, which I am the instructor of. We see either small groups or one-on-one for those that feel a little unsteady on their feet to try to get them back to being more stable. And then we have our cancer fitness program for those diagnosed with cancer or survivors of cancer that are looking to get strength back up from that. And then we have, last but not least, our Medical Fitness is the name of the class. It's for anyone that's just looking for a group fitness class to get themselves healthy.
Right. We've got a large assortment of
Absolutely.
opportunities for people to get healthy
Absolutely.
and work in their journeys.
Yeah, we try to make programs to help anyone no matter where they are in their journey, and we modify it to where, if you're fully fit, looking to, get buff and ready for the summer season, we can do that. Or if you're someone that is a severe fall risk in a wheelchair, able to get them up and walking and more stable on their own 2 feet. So we're able to handle anyone throughout their journey of life.
So share with us about Rock Steady Boxing.
Yeah.
And how long.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rock Steady Boxing here at Reid Health turns 11 this year. Last year we celebrated the big 10th anniversary, but Rock Steady actually started in Indianapolis, and that is where the headquarters is located. Public defender for Marion County was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and he was, like most diagnosed with Parkinson's. They felt like it was the end of the road for them. That there's no cure, and so depression set in. He didn't get out very much. Started working out with a buddy in a boxing gym, and started noticing his symptoms were getting better. And so they would ask him, "How you feeling today?" And he'd hold out his hand and he'd go, "Rock steady, not moving." And that's where it started. And so Rock Steady is now 850 worldwide affiliates. And what's nice is Reid Health was actually the first hospital to adopt Rock Steady Boxing and bring it in. We were the 6th total affiliate, and now there's 850 worldwide. Wow. So it's an amazing program.
And now how many times a week does Rock Steady meet?
Yeah, so our Richmond location meets 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then our Connorsville group offers 2 days a week with a third option for they can join in Connorsville.
So it is available in Richmond and in Connorsville.
Absolutely. So Richmond is our home location. That's where we started. And then we added one in Connorsville at the Enjoy Fitness facility there in the middle of town. And so, yeah, like both classes, we recommend 3 times a week to come. That way, the more movement is the better for Parkinson's disease. So Connorsville only having the 2 days, they have a third option in Richmond.
Okay. And how many people are in a typical class?
Yeah, so our biggest class is up to 20 participants per the hour. In our heyday, back before we had split to smaller classes, we had upwards of 30 in a class. But we have found that for us, the right formula is like smaller classes, no more than 20 to fit our space. And we are seeing about 39 to 40 boxers a day, so doing great.
What kind of training did you go through to become certified?
To become a certified coach, you get trained at headquarters. So I went to Indianapolis, went through a 2-day head coach training. But with that, you get to observe the headquarters in action. You learn all the boxing techniques and what to do, but you also learn the mission of the entire program. Everyone hears Rock Steady Boxing, they think, oh, we're just going to go hit things, but there's much more than that. The boxing aspect of it teaches the brain new ways to work. which helps your neural pathways run faster, and it helps fight the symptoms of Parkinson's. The movement that boxers need, the agility that they need, is all things that we need. I mean, it's the one sport that works the entire body. And so they incorporate that, and it's also fun. You're mad, you're diagnosed with Parkinson's, go take it out on a bag that can't hit you back, you know? And so it's just a wonderful thing. So I received 2 days training there, and then there's a recertification that you have to do every 2 years through headquarters. But I'm also a bookworm. I've been to quite a bit of symposiums about Parkinson's, and have attended something through the Fox Foundation as well for training. I'm even part of the Parkinson's Foundation Mission and Outreach Board. So I am a forever student of this disease, because one day there will be a cure, and I do want to try to help any way I can in that, especially for our boxers.
Can you explain what is Parkinson's disease?
Yeah, Parkinson's disease, it's a disease that most people associate with, tremors or forward stoop posture, flat affect where they don't have facial expressions. They can affect cognitively. It can affect, emotionally. It is a disease that has many facets of it. So your stereotypical Parkinson's disease, people are associate with tremors. I mean, like they see someone shaking and they associate Parkinson's, which is much more. So it's a neurological disorder that many people are dealing with. More than I think there's over 700 in our area that deal with Parkinson's.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are some of the benefits you've seen your years of teaching?
Yeah.
Rock Steady Boxing.
The biggest benefit I see is that it provides them a family. They're not alone. Most, like I said, they feel depressed that this is a disease that they're going to have, because as of right now, there's no cure for Parkinson's, but we provide hope, and that is the biggest thing with Rock Steady. The tagline is "In this corner, hope," but truly someone comes in, they're diagnosed with this disease that they're told there's no cure for, can really affect someone psychologically. But being in a group where everyone is fighting the same disease, working very hard, it just provides that hope. And like seeing someone come in very sad and depressed, and then you're a week from then they're in the class and you see them smiling, like joking around with Rosie, our welcome committee, it just really brings happiness into that. And so for the physical benefits, obviously I've had boxers that come in wheelchairs and they're now up and running around the room and never using a walker. So you see the gamut of improvements, but the biggest one is hope.
Now, do you have to have a referral to come to you?
So most of our boxers do come with a referral from neurology, but that doesn't mean you have to.
Okay.
As long as you have Parkinson's disease and it's diagnosed, you can join our program. We just ask that you have a physician release. That is so that we're not doing any, if you're not allowed to bend, twist, any of that, we avoid those. But that's the only caveat to joining us, is you have to have Parkinson's and make sure that the doctor's okay with you joining.
So if I had been diagnosed and I learned about, like Rosie said previously,
Yeah.
she shared with her niece. So it would be, what's the best marketing for your group? Is it just word of mouth?
Word of mouth has been the biggest marketing point for our group, because, most of the time, if you're diagnosed with Parkinson's, someone else that's diagnosed with Parkinson's too. They just kind of feel it out, and especially Fox Foundation, Parkinson's Foundation, all have, support systems through that, and also local support groups. For us, our neurology team's also amazing. Dr. Rayner, Dr. Goggins, they refer anyone and everyone that comes and sees them that they diagnose with Parkinson's disease. But word of mouth is what gets people there. They come in, they see the program, they're kind of leery. They hear what is boxing. I don't want to hit anybody. I don't want to do that. But they see someone like Rosie. They see someone like Doug Kuntz. Some of our local boxers that are big in this area. they see them doing it, they talk to them. That's what sells them here. The people sell them here. I can make the best workout in the world. I can have all the education in the world about this disease, but the people, the atmosphere is what sells them on that program.
You're a great salesperson.
Well, thank you.
Overall, what would you like our viewers to know?
Yeah.
That's something that we didn't talk about.
Yeah. So know that there's a lot of support out there that isn't known. My work through the Parkinson's Foundation, there is free take-home like toolboxes that they can give out that cost you nothing at all. You just reach out to them, you provide them information, they send that to you. That their mission is to come along those with Parkinson's disease, and families provide valuable programs and services to improve their lives physically, mentally, and spiritually. I mean, that truly, they want to provide anything and everything for those living with Parkinson's disease. And so those toolkits are, it comes with a bracelet that says I have Parkinson's disease. It comes with a pamphlet that says, these are the medications I take and when I take them. Because a lot of times in the hospital, they don't get their Parkinson's medication on time. That really affects their symptoms. They can get diagnosed with something worse because of ways that they are in the hospital. So take advantage of the foundation, take advantage of Fox Foundation, your local Indiana support groups, and the hospital. Like I said, if you don't feel like you're physically able to do the boxing class, we have the fall prevention class that quite a bit do with Parkinson's. If you feel like boxing is the way to go, do boxing. If you work during the day and open at night, we have a night option. So just take advantage of what we have available, because truly, like Rosie said, movement is the most important thing. If you don't move, you'll end up freezing up and unable to live your life the way you want to. So you got to move.
Okay, and on that note, we want to thank you for joining us today on Let's Talk Together.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Let's Talk Together.
Let's shine by seeing the best in all of us and by treating you here, right in your hometown. Let's look out for each other. Let's stay healthy. Let's shine together.